once again, hello everybody, and welcome to English for Palestine, grade 11. Our lesson today is about essay writing. How to write an essay. So, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to, number one, recognize the meaning of an essay. Number two, recognize the format of an essay. Number three, write an essay about the advantages and disadvantages of tourism in Palestine. Let's start. Okay. What do you mean by an essay, or what is an essay? An essay is a short formal piece of writing dealing with a single subject. So again, it's a short formal piece of writing dealing with one or with a single subject. And it is written to try to persuade the reader using some evidences. Okay? Good. Now, what is the format of an essay? What are the components of an essay? Number one, if you look here, we should start our essay with an introduction. What is an introduction? It is the first paragraph of your essay, and this is where you introduce your topic for the very first time. You can give a very brief summary of your essay in the introductory paragraph. So this is the introduction. The second part is the body of an essay. This is the main core of your essay. The body is the meat, the body of the essay is the meat of your essay, sandwiched between the introduction and the conclusion. Okay? So, the most vital and important content of your essay will be here in the body. This needs not to be limited to one paragraph. It can extend to 2 or more paragraphs according to the content. Okay? Third part is the conclusion. This is the last paragraph of the essay. Sometimes a conclusion will just a mirror of the introductory paragraph, but make sure the words and the grammar are different. A conclusion is also a great place to sum up a story or an argument. You can also round up your essay by providing some moral or wrapping up a story. So if you notice here, we have three essential parts of an essay. Number one, introduction, which comes at the beginning of the essay, and the body. Be careful, the body may consist of 2 or more paragraphs, and the last paragraph is the conclusion. Okay? What are the types of essays? Actually, there are different types of essays, but here we are just mentioning 4 of them. Narrative essays. Narrative essays, this is when the writer is narrating an incident or a story through the essay. It's like a story, okay? Descriptive essays, here the writer describes a place, an object, an event, or maybe even a memory. Expository essays, in such essays, a writer presents a balanced study of a topic. And persuasive, the last one, persuasive essays. Here the purpose of the essay is to get the reader to your side of the argument. So you are trying to persuade the reader for your own point of view. Okay? So here we have narrative essays, descriptive essays, expository essays, persuasive essays. Okay? What are the steps you should follow in order to write an essay? This is very important. To write an essay, you should, number one, decide what kind of essay to write. Do you remember the kinds or the types of essays? So here, before you start writing your essay, you should decide what kind of essay I should write or I should choose. Persuasive essay, narrative essay, expository essay. This depends on the task itself. Number two, brainstorm the topic. Try to write everything comes to your mind when you hear this title or this topic. Number three, develop a thesis statement, and this is very important. This is the most important thing in our essays. And number four, outline your essays. Outline your essay. Five, write your essay. And finally, edit your writing by checking your spelling and grammar. So these are the 6 steps for writing an essay. Okay, let's look at our task here. Write an essay about the advantages and disadvantages of tourism in Palestine. Do you think that benefits of tourism outweighs its drawbacks? Okay, let's now move to the second step, brainstorming. Write the topic in the middle of a sheet like this, and try to write everything comes to your mind concerning this topic. And remember that we are going to write an essay about advantages and disadvantages of tourism in Palestine. What comes to your mind when you hear advantages of tourism in Palestine? Okay, different ideas. Here we have some examples. Increase in country's economy, new job, support cross-cultural connections, discover new places. And what comes to my mind or to your mind when you listen or when you see disadvantages of tourism in Palestine? Example, damage of tourist destinations, illegal economic activities, loss of privacy for people or for pollution also. Okay, so here if you notice, I'm here brainstorming the topic by writing the ideas that comes to my mind when I listen to tourism in Palestine. Okay, this is the second step. Now, the third step is very important one. To think of the thesis statement, to write the thesis statement, the most important sentence in your essay. Example here, this is my thesis statement. Palestine relies on tourism as a main source of income. Unfortunately, tourism can also be a source of problems if it is not managed correctly. In the thesis statement, you have to put the main components or the main ideas in the topic of the essay. So if you notice here, we use these words to express the advantages of tourism, main source of income, and also the disadvantages, the problems. We use different words to express the idea, okay? So this is the thesis statement. Next step is to outline or to write an outline for my essay. Please pay attention here because I'm going to show you the outline and you are going to write the essay at home, all right? So let's look here. The essay starts with an introduction. So you have to start your essay with an introduction. What do you write? What should you write in your introduction? Actually, start your introduction using or writing 2 general sentences about tourism. Then write your thesis statement. Write 2 general sentences about tourism. You can start, for example, by a famous saying or a proverb about tourism, and then write the thesis statement in the introduction. Paragraph 1. In paragraph 1, write the first advantage of tourism in Palestine. I give you here 1, so you can write more about it in your essay. Increase in country's economy. Then try to explain this idea. Explain it by adding more information. I give you here additional income, tourists spend money on hotels, amusements, transportation, food, etc. So these are examples to explain your idea. Then write advantage number 2. This is the advantage number 2, new jobs for local people. Again, explain this idea by adding more information, like here, restaurant workers, tour guides, hotel staff, and employees of retail services, hire more people for these positions. So these are ideas. You are going to write the full paragraph. So in paragraph 1, you have to write 2 advantages. Advantage 1, say advantage 1 and explain it. Say advantage 2 and explain it. And then move to paragraph 2. In paragraph 2, you are going to write about disadvantages. Again, write about disadvantage 1, which is destruction of a popular tourist destination. Explain it like I give you here ideas, ancient buildings, temples, monuments, etc. Okay, and then write about the second disadvantage, which is illegal economic activities. Explain it by saying examples, robbery and drug dealing, for example. So here, if you notice, we have two paragraphs in the body. The introduction, 2 paragraphs, 1 about advantages and 1 about disadvantages. Okay, and finally, the conclusion. What you should write in your conclusion? Summarize the key points and state your opinion. This is very important. Try to summarize the main points here in the body and then state your opinion. So if you notice here, again, introduction, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and conclusion. Please have a look at these notes carefully and then write a full essay about advantages and disadvantages of tourism in Palestine. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and thank you very much.